Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Natalie, and in my channel I make videos on motherhood, lifestyle, and faith. So if you are interested in viewing these type of videos, go ahead and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. Well, if you've clicked on this video, it's because you've come across the same problem that I had during my breastfeeding journey, and that is plugged ducts and or mastitis. Now, I can't say that I definitely had mastitis because by the time I did go in and see my doctor, my fever was gone, the lump was almost not even there. So they never really gave me an official diagnosis of mastitis, but they did go ahead and prescribe me antibiotics. Now, I never did take the antibiotics because, again, by the time I went and saw the doctor, the symptoms were much better, and by the next day or so, it was completely gone. So how did I manage to open up those plugged ducts? I'm gonna go ahead and share with you some few things that helped me. But before I do, you're probably wondering why it keeps happening. Now, there are many different reasons. It could be due to wearing a bra that has an underwire, or wearing tight clothing, or maybe the seatbelt that you put on when you drive, or a diet high in saturated fats, which was actually the cause of my plugged ducts, or it can be due to lack of hydration. So there are definitely many different reasons that cause it. So it's always really good to assess and see why it is happening. And if it's happened more than once, definitely look into it a little more. So now I'm gonna share with you guys 7 things that helped me open up these plugged ducts without having to take antibiotics. So the first thing, of course, is to continue breastfeeding and or pumping regularly. You definitely don't want to miss a breastfeeding or pumping session. Even though when you have a plugged duct, you are getting out less milk because that duct is plugged, you still want to be breastfeeding and pumping out of that breast, because that sucking sensation will actually help open up that plugged duct and for it to come out. So definitely continue doing that. I know it is painful, but it's actually the only real way to help open up that plugged duct. My next suggestion is actually to try different breastfeeding positions. You always want to have your baby's chin pointed where you have the lump or where you have that plugged duct. So try the football position, the cradle position, side lying, different positions to go ahead and open up those ducts will help. My third tip is to apply warm compress a few minutes before breastfeeding and during breastfeeding. So the warm compress will actually help vasodilate your area, so it can again help loosen that plugged duct. If you don't get a chance to do the warm compress, always taking a hot bath or a hot shower and massaging towards your nipple. You can start with like a circular motion and work your way down. That will definitely help. So I remember doing that while I showered, doing that while I was pumping, and also as I was breastfeeding. My next tip is to go ahead and get some rest. I don't know about you, but when I had plugged ducts, I had it very, very severe. I had the fever, the flu-like symptoms, the muscle aches, the weakness. So definitely I had my husband or my mom help me with baby a little more, so I can just focus on resting in my bed, drinking a lot of water, and just breastfeeding and pumping at least every 3 hours. So definitely try to get some rest. I know it's hard, but see if your husband or a friend or your mom or a sibling can help you out. As I said, I would also drink a lot of water. The water definitely helps. My next tip is actually something that I didn't use because I didn't know it existed. From my research, I did know that sometimes they use ultrasound waves to loosen up the duct, but they actually have lactation massagers, and let me see if I can pull it up here on Amazon. So here is a lactation massager I just pulled up the first one that came out. And I've heard that these work really great. It really helps open up that plug duct and loosen up the clump of milk. So I always think that it's worth a try. For my next baby, I might go ahead and just get one since I have had a history of having plug ducts. Now, I did have plug ducts around 4 to 5 times in my entire breastfeeding journey. It's actually a long story, but I kind of put myself into an oversupply issue from pumping way too much. And because I had an oversupply and then I wanted to cut down on pumping, I often didn't empty my breast fully, so I would get these plug ducts. So, and it wasn't, as I said in the beginning, it wasn't only like the oversupply. I also found out that it was my dieting. As soon as I changed my diet and started taking sunflower lecithin, I never got plug ducts again. So sunflower lecithin is a natural substance. I actually have the bottle or the brand that I used. It's Legendary Milk. I don't know if you can see that there. And I'll just read to you what it says here. So this is organic sunflower lecithin. It's a natural fat emulsifier that helps reduce the stickiness of the milk and deter fats from clumping together. So I started taking this twice a day when I did have the plug ducts, and then just for maintenance, I would take it just once a day. I didn't have any issues with taking this product, and it did miracles. Trust me, no more plug ducts after I started taking this and adjusted my diet. All right, guys, that's all for today's video. I hope that you find these tips very, very helpful. If you are dealing with plug ducts right now, I just hope that they open up very soon, because I know it sucks to have it and it's very painful. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.